welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a dish that everybody loves. It's beans and franks. Now you can use hot dogs, you can use sausage, hamburger, whatever. But before I get started, I want to tell you that this month is marching in with casseroles. And Greg has, oh man, he has had so many wonderful, wonderful channels. We are so blessed to have the ones that we have had. And we have over 17 great channels. You'll want to go to each and every one of them because they are wonderful. We've had all the way from Australia. We've had Ohio, which is me. And we have had, just all over the states. And they are wonderful. I have made a few of them already. Oh my goodness. I enjoy each and every one of them. And at the end, you'll want to go to each and every channel. Excuse me. And you'll want to comment on every one of them because they are, at the end of the month, go lay down. No, not you at the end of the month. I have my grandson's dog, and she's used to being with Stacy because she always lays down in the kitchen with her when she's cooking. She's such a sweet dog. But anyway, at the end of the month, you'll want to go to each and every channel. You'll want to comment on them because at the end of the month, Greg's going to have a drawing, and you can win a $100 gift card. And I could use a $100 gift card, but anyway, it's to Amazon, and then you can buy what you want. Sometimes it's hard to know what color something for the kitchen you want or what you need. This time he made it real easy. So, oops, I'm messing up because they tell me don't hit the board with your rings because they have to cut that out and it's hard to do. So I've been very good. I've been trying not to, but for some reason today I'm doing it. So I'll try to stop. Anyway, watch each and every video and comment on them, and you're going to love every one of them. Now I hope I don't miss anything. It's in mine, and if I do, everything will be posted down below in the comment area, and you can get the recipe right there. Very simple recipe. It's a recipe that put together in just a few minutes, and you'll all love it. So let's get started. So I'm going to start out with an onion, and I know I talked to Greg earlier, and oh, he was so happy. He was up at the mountain. And he was supposed to be working, but he was going around pointing out all the beautiful, beautiful flowers that was coming up and blooming. And he was pointing some of them. This one here I'm going to make jelly out of. And I told him, I said, good, I could use some good jelly. So anyway, he's having a ball up there. I think they've got the workshop finished. So now they can get their tools all up there and get them going and get that cabin built. So, anyway, that'll be great. I know he's wanting to get his garden all ready and get that in, which all of us want to do that, I'm sure. I know I do. Okay, we're just going to cut this up. My husband hates to watch me do this. I know, one of these days I'm going to be doing it and the finger's going to go, but that's okay. I told him, I said, that's okay. I said, I've taken you to the hospital a couple times. I said, I even had to have the rescue squad come and get you when you cut your thumb halfway off with a saw. They told me to go out in the garage because it was probably the squad, when they came to get him, told me to go out in the garage and get the other piece of it. It was probably laying on the saw, and they could probably put it back on. And I said, I'm not going out there and getting that dirty thing. Besides, I don't want that dirty thing put back on him. so I didn't go get it. Oh, some of the things that he's done. He builds furniture, beautiful furniture, and usually cuts something, but that's the way he does it. I know him and my dad was building a curio cabinet up in Findlay for my daughter, and Daddy came in and he said, "Okay, sis, don't get upset. You're going to see a lot of blood, but don't get upset." I'm like, "Dad." He said, "Well, we've got to take Bob to the hospital. He's going to have a lot of stitches, but don't get upset." I'm like, "Okay, Dad, knock it off." So Bob come in, and oh my gosh, was he bleeding. But got a towel and got him bundled up and took him to the hospital, and he took several stitches. And I heard him telling the doctor how he did it. He said he was, I'm going to preheat my burner here. He said him and his father-in-law was outside cutting out a curio cabinet for my daughter. And he said he just sawed over it. And the doctor says, "Well, I guess she'll get that later." And he says, "No, we finished it before I went in because I knew my wife wouldn't let me go back out there." So, anyway, we got to get our onion in and get it started marinating. Get it started frying, not marinating. I'm going to put it in our skillet. I love to smell onion. Okay. And then I'm going to need a couple cloves from my garlic. And I love garlic. My husband and I both love garlic. And since we're the ones going to be eating it, I'm going to put more than it calls for in because we really like it. When Greg was home, I started doing my garlic, and he said, "Mother, let me show you an easy way." So he showed me to break it down like this, so I do now. And I like to keep my garlic, when I buy it, I'll clean about 2 or 3 garlics, and I'll put them in a jar and put them in the refrigerator. That way I've always got it. So I always got one piece left over in there too, probably. I always have it. So it's good though. It smells so good. Oh, now that smells good. Okay, and then I'm going to put in 1 can of lima beans. I love lima beans. My husband isn't a big fan of them, but he eats them once in a while. I'm going to let those saute for a minute. Greg was saying it was 80-some degrees the other day up on the mountain, and he was just so happy. We're trying to get our garden beds made. Now you'll want to cut your Franks in bite-sized pieces. Now, like I said, you can use sausage. I just had sausage in my meal the other day, so I'm using Franks. They're pretty good, and we like them. My husband loves them. I don't eat them too often, but he does. And so that's what we're going to have this time. I'm going to wash my hands a little bit. There. And I'm going to add these to my skillet. Now, you can use as many as you want. Now, you can cut this recipe down, or you can double it. Oops, I dropped one. It won't go to waste. I dropped another one. They're not going to go to waste. Abby got them. Okay, Abby, now you go lay down. Be a good doggy. No, I'm not going to drop any more. They're in the skillet. Go lay down. Go. Thank you. Get these stirred up a little. Okay. I'm going to add just a little bit of water to that. There. I want those to... Well, I said I wasn't going to drop anything else. I dropped a bean. I don't know if they let her eat table food. Then I'm going to add in a can of kidney beans. And then I'm going to add a full tablespoon of, it says mustard, and I like Dijon mustard, so if I can get it out, I must be about out. Maybe I won't use Dijon. Let me see. I don't think you'd like this if I dropped it, Abby. There. I think that's enough. Oh, that smells really good. Bring those flavors all together. Marry them all in there. Oh, that smells good. And I'm going to add about a half a cup of red wine. That should be about a half a cup. And then I need, a tablespoon. I'm going to add just a little bit more of the brown sugar than it calls for. It says a tablespoon, but my husband likes just a little bit more, and I'm using a sugar-free, brown sugar. And then we need a half a cup of catsup. Looks like I need to go to the pantry again. Oh, now that really smells good. The sugar and Dijon mustard and the wine. That's really bringing all the flavors together. And that is what we want. I probably could have got a larger skillet. Let that cook a little bit. And then I have they make these cans so funny. This is a 16-ounce can. They used to be tall and skinny, and now they're short and chubby. Of baked beans. Well, they came out good. Oh, that smells so good. This is a good dish that you can take to a cookout. I've got one grandson that, oh my goodness, he cooks, I think, everything in the smoker. He made the most delicious ribs in the smoker the other night. Oh my goodness, they were so yummy. But you're always trying to figure out what to take to his house, because you know he's going to be smoking something in that smoker. And he did beef ribs, and oh, they were so good. So I think the next time I'm going to take this. I guess I don't need that yet. Then I'm going to transfer them over into my baking dish that I've already prepared. I think everything's kind of cooked together. It just smells so good. Got all your foods married together in there, and oh my goodness, yummy, yummy. You want to cook it all together for about 3-4 minutes. And we're going to bake it for about 30 minutes. Sorry. Have arthritis in my hand, and sometimes arthritis and cast iron skillets don't go good together. that on my stove. That looks so good. Oh, that smells delicious. I smell that wine and that Dijon mustard. Okay. I'm going to put that in the oven and cook it, bake it, I mean, for about 30 minutes. I'll check it. Everybody's oven's not the same. So we're going to do that. I'm going to clean that pan up just a little bit. This is one of those carry-in dishes for summer, and I hope it's coming here, spring and summer, because this is one of those dishes that we're going to use a lot, I know. I know my family will, and I bet yours will too. I know I'm going to make one of these dishes and take it to my cousin. His wife passed away recently, and I asked him what I could do for him. He's such a sweetheart. It's a large family. He just lost his sister a year ago this past November. And oh my God, she took over her mother's role. And then he lost his wife. So I told him I was going to bring him some casseroles. And he said his wife asked, I wonder what Vera does with all that food. And I said, well, you're going to get some of it. So I think I'm going to take this over to him, maybe, along with a bunch more that I have in the freezer. So he told me the only thing I could do for him was keep loving him. And that's easy to do. He's just one of those type of people that you love all the time. So I'm going to see him this week. Take him some casseroles. So this is one of those casseroles that you can take to your friends, your neighbors, carry in. Don't forget the people that are shut-ins and elderly people that can't get out, because they would love it. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Well, I am back. My bean and Frank casserole is finished. It looks scrumptious and it smells even better. I took it out about 20 minutes into it, and then I put some potato chips on top of it. Now you can put nacho chips on it if you want. I didn't have any, so I used potato chips. You can use either. It just smells delicious. I think it's cooled enough that we can taste it. I think we're going to taste it whether it is or not. Oh my goodness. It smells delicious. It's hot. As if I didn't think it would be. I'm not going to dip that spoon back in there. It is delicious. Now, I should let it set a little bit longer. Maybe I will. But it's delicious. This is a casserole for marching in with Casseroles collaboration for March. Now there are over 17 channels besides us, and they have some wonderful ones. I know I've tried several of them, and I'll be trying the rest of them. So don't forget to go in, look at them, go down, make a comment about them, and you'll be in the drawing for the end of the month. And you'll want to do that because Greg's giving away $100 gift card, and I could use that too, but I guess I won't do it. But anyway, they're great. But I do want to make a couple comments right now. I know Greg announced on one of his recipes videos that it was my birthday, and I did get cards, and I thank each and every one of you for them, for your prayers and everything. I thank you very much. But I did want to comment about two that I got. And one, the reason I'm commenting about this one, it's beautiful. It's from Joy and her husband. But she sends these all the time. And I really want to know if they're handmade. They look like it. I think they might be. But I'd like to know if they are, because they're beautiful. And I really think they are. I put them together and I thought, these have to be handmade. But they're beautiful, and I'd like to know if they're handmade. And I really thank you and appreciate it. Now this one here, I know it's handmade, because it's from my friend Joy. No, that one there's from Joy. This one's from Charlotte. Charlotte. My grandson calls her Charlotte, because he's 3 years old, and she's his friend. He calls her his friend. And these are water paint. She paints these, she draws them. She is a cancer survivor, and it gives her something to do with her hands. And she paints those all the time, and I really appreciate them, and I appreciate each and every one of your cards that you send. I love them, I keep them, I read them off and on, and I really appreciate them. And then there's my son. Everybody should have a son like him, though. I told him, which I tell my kids always, I don't want anything because I don't need anything. You know how it is. You get in your lifetime and you don't need things. But of course, he never listens. And he was with Paula Dean. She was doing her jewelry show. And he called me and said, Mom, be sure you watch it. And I said, I'll watch, but I'm not ordering anything, Greg, because I don't need anything. Well, I was watching it with my husband, and I said, oh, I don't need anything, so I'm not ordering anything. And then I said, there's one necklace there that if I would have ordered, I would have ordered that one because it was beautiful. But I didn't order anything. So on my birthday, I got a gift from him. And it was the necklace that I said I would have ordered. This one. I love it, and I love it. And it's the one I was going to order if I would have ordered, but you all know I don't need any because I've got as much as 3 jewelry stores has. I've always wore a lot of jewelry. I love jewelry, and I just wear jewelry whether I'm dressing up to go somewhere, whether I'm cooking in the kitchen, whether I'm working in the garden. I wear jewelry. So anyway, this is Paula Dean's, one of her designs. It's beautiful, and I love it. And Greg sent it to me. He bought it that night at the show when he was with Paula Dean. So I thanked him for it, and I probably will wear it quite often because I do love it. So anyway, that's why I'm wearing it today, but I do love it. So it's funny that he picked out the one that I said that'd be the only thing I'd have ordered. Okay, now here I dipped up our beans, and they are delicious. I can taste the Dijon mustard in there, and I love the lima beans in there. I don't fix lima beans too often because, as I said, my husband don't care for them. But there's sometimes he has to eat them, and there's just enough wine in there to make it yummy. Now, you can leave the wine out if you don't want it. I don't know why you'd leave it out, but you can. So, go down below, make a comment, and I thank you for all your prayers, and I thank you for the cards for my birthday, and for the happy birthdays, and I thank you for watching our videos, and we'll be bringing you a lot more. Don't forget to go on the other channels and watch all their videos because, oh my goodness, they are so good. And then we'll be sending you some more good videos. So, thank you bunches.